Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Sands of Time Stories. I'm your host, El Shaddai, aka The Shirted Wonder. Hey, today we're going to talk about how I landed in Boise after getting cut. Stay tuned. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so after being cut from Utah Blaze, I talked with Coach Hunky Cooper. I had to figure out what my options were. So he called me in the office. He was like, hey, yeah, your options are not many teams calling by now. They usually be done called. So next best option is, if you don't want to go home, you want to go to Boise, Idaho. I was like, Boise, Idaho? Man, they ain't got nothing but potatoes. He's like, well, they got a football team. I said, well, I'm chasing that pill, so I'm on it. So he called up the coach. He was like, yeah, the coach had done came to the practice. He remember you. So, yeah, he want to sign you. So they fly me up to Boise. I meet with Coach Lee Leslie, meet with Scott Conklin, the GM. And hey, we talk, we chop it up, and hey, we end up signing my second contract. So I signed another contract, my second contract with Boise Burn up in Boise, Idaho. So now, I'm like talking to Scott Conklin. He's like, what number you want? I'm like, what number I want? Well, I want number 4. He's like, ooh, that's taken. I said, well, number 5. He's like, that's taken too. I said, well, what numbers do you have? He said, we got 25, 27, 31. I'm like, really? Give me the lowest number you got. Give me 25. So I took big number 25, went out there in Boise, and I was balling. I was like, man, the number don't make the man make the number. So I took 25. That was all they had left, and I had to get all the way live. So I had to get all the way live with it. So now when I got to Boise, they was already in camp for like a week. They was like, oh, you just coming in. I'm like, man, I just came from AFL. I already been through camp. I done been 3 weeks through the season, so I'm ready. So I get out there, and I have an excellent camp with them, man. I rise right to the top of the depth chart, like I'm supposed to. Phoenix rise from the ashes, rose right to the top of the depth chart. Now I'm starting middle safety. So my first year, man, it culminated good, man. I had some battles and some challenges, and everything was new. But hey, most people in the AF2 was like me, trying to get back to AFL, or old veterans that had been there for a long time, so they had experience. So you would run into somewhere between those lines. That's the talent that was in there. So, man, I ended up having a great season, man. I had like 9 interceptions, had 9 INTs, and 7 kick return touchdowns, averaging like 29 yards a kick return. 29 yards a kick return. They couldn't even stop me, man. So, and I ain't even start returning kicks till like halfway during the season, so they wouldn't put me at the leaderboard because I only had like 8 games worth of returns and only had like 27 returns for whatever 29 average give me. So I was killing it, but I didn't have enough attempts. So, but with that being said, I had 3 INTs called back. 1 I ran back for a touchdown. Then I had 2 kick return touchdowns called back that got called back. So I would have had like 12 INTs and 9 kick returns. That would have been balling out of control. I would have been balling out of control. The purpose of him going to Boise was to skip going back to AFL. I didn't want to return back to AFL. I wanted to go to NFL. So I was running like a man possessed, man. I was out there playing out of my mind, out of control. So I was trying to get back. I was trying to get to the NFL, not back to AFL. So with that being said, that season ended, and I didn't get no calls from NFL. I didn't have an agent. I didn't get no calls from NFL. I didn't hear nothing back. So, hey, I was like, well, what I'm going to do? I'm going to go work. So, I was on my way back to Florida. Then I had car troubles. Then I had to stay in Chicago. So, I ended up going to Chicago and trying to coach at Aurora University, Division NAIA up there. So, man, if y'all know anything about them, they good. They pretty good. So, pretty solid program. I got in there for like a semester, a year. Then I had to go back. Hey, that's another story for another time. Hey, if you're new here, hit the like button because I know you liked it. It's your second time, you definitely should be subscribing because you know it's finna be sublime. And if it's your third time, come on. The notification bells and all that should be hit. Hey, appreciate y'all tuning in to another Sands of Time story. That's how I landed in Boise. We're going to start going through my career now. So, hey, stay tuned. You might see somebody you know. You might see yourself. Definitely, man. I met a lot of people on this journey. And, hey, this will give back to us. So, appreciate y'all tuning in. That's how I landed in Boise, baby. Whew.